Dr. Jalili, thank you very much for joining me from Almaty. I'd like to start by asking you to characterize what you were offered. What is the proposal on the table? Iran has characterized these meetings as upbeat and more realistic.
In the name of God, the compassionate and merciful, what was raised today was in line with the suggestions we had from the 5+1 in Baghdad. According to what they raised in Moscow, we provided a comprehensive plan. Our plan was a realistic one, and it included 5 elements and 5 steps with regard to the fact that both sides wanted to remove the concerns of one another side and respect the rights of one another.
Can you tell me in more detail what the proposal is? Does the P5+1 want you to suspend your enrichment at your various facilities and to close down Fordo? Have you agreed to that?
This proposal, the proposal they raised, this proposal is supposed to be discussed in an expert meeting. But the important thing for us was that, for example, our facilities, the nuclear facilities which are working under the supervision of the IAEA, such as Fordo, there is no logic from our point of view to be shut down. Well, we saw that they have paid attention to this point. Therefore, it is considered from our point of view a positive step. The facilities which are working under the supervision of the IAEA and they have peaceful activities, they have recognized this right. Well, these were the positive steps which we need further discussion on.
I think I heard you say positive steps about your enrichment facilities. Can you just confirm to me what the proposal was from the United States and the security members and also Germany? Have they asked you to suspend enrichment totally?
No, we didn't have such a discussion because we consider enrichment as our own right. We said it before, therefore enrichment of the issue of enrichment is not a legal issue, and they did not raise such a thing.
Is it possible to have direct negotiations between Iran and the United States, as both President Obama and Vice President Biden recently have again asked for, have again proposed?
We think that the field of the 5+1 and the capacity of 5+1 is the capacity that the Americans are there. Therefore, they could raise their points and their issues. But what is important for our people is that how they are behaving, the fact that while they are seeking a nerve-wracking sanctions against the Iranians, and they have seen that these sanctions have been fruitless, and they should take this lesson that the path of talks and pressure is not an appropriate path. The path which could help and somehow open the road is the path of cooperation. And they should show it in practice and in action, not just in talking.
Dr. Jalili, Mr. Hossein Mousavian, who was a spokesman for Iran's nuclear negotiating team, has written in the Financial Times that both sides need to change their attitude towards resolving this conflict, but that Iran needs to understand several things, including that this will only be resolved through direct talks, and that this U.S. administration is the one which has proposed direct talks and others may not. And that if this continues like this, it will ensure that it continues with potential hostilities and, in fact, an outbreak of military action. Do you agree with your own fellow negotiator that this time is crucial to come towards the United States to try to resolve this?
What is important is that the Islamic Republic of Iran has shown during the last few years that it is determined to defend its right. It has a clear logic, and this logic is defendable. International community repeatedly, the majority of the international community has repeatedly supported and defended this logic. The United States, if the United States want to move against this wave, the thing that is accepted by the international community, somehow would isolate itself and would be in pursuit of the wrong policies and wrong proven policies that they have pursued. And I think they have realized that these policies have been wrong and were not responsive